Welcome to another round of Osmo tutorials. My name is Johnny and I am so excited to be here with you today talking about the second new addition to the Math Wizard line of Osmo games. It's Math Wizard and the Enchanted World games. Last week we were talking about Amazing Airways, and now this is the newest addition as well as that to the line of Math Wizards. So that's going to be 4 total Math Wizards that I've talked to you about and played with you. So if you're interested in this series, we've done a bunch of live streams. You can totally check them out. I'm having a blast, and I hope you do too. If you have questions throughout this live stream, if you have interest in the product, feel free to ask in the chat. We've got an Osmonaut on hand who can totally help you out with whatever you need. If I don't get to a topic that you're interested in, they will get there for you. All right, my friends. So I will tell you a little bit right now about what Osmo is. Osmo is a gaming company for children that is both educational and entertaining. It takes a physical, tangible piece and also utilizes a digital component, so that way we have a combination of a virtual and a physical space to teach children everything from math, which we're going to focus on today, but there's also geography, there's coding in there, there's literacy, there's options all about creativity. So whatever there is that your child might be interested in, we've got something going on in the line of games that I think would really suit their interests. I've worked with children for a long time, and I know that screens have become something that is really, prominent in the educational sphere. So this gaming system and this kind of set has really given me screen time that I feel confident in giving to a child versus, just a distraction. Osmo uses all curriculum-based products in their gaming and their structures so that the things that the children are learning in school, they can bring home with them and practice what they've learned in school or pick up something new, and it would also relate to what's going on in the classroom. So it is all symbiotic, and it's a beautiful thing, my friends. So today, with the Math Wizard game, we are going to be getting 2 games within this one, and there's a lot of fun mini games throughout. So in order to play this game, there's a couple things that you're going to need. With all Osmo games, you're going to need an Osmo compatible device. Right now I'm using an iPad, but you can also use a Kindle Fire, or you could check out the website playosmo.com, and there'll be a list of all the compatible devices, and I know they're always working on making it up to date with all the cutting edge technology that keeps coming out. We can keep up, my friends. Next thing you're going to need is an Osmo base and an Osmo reflector. Those generally come with our starter kits, or you can buy them separately. They do not come with this Math Wizard series. What it is a base for you to place your iPad in. You can line your home button or just the center with these 3 little dots that you've got going on if you have an iPad. And then you take your reflector, which is where the magic really lives, and you slide it over the camera, and anything now that is in front of your tablet is then going to be reflected onto the screen. So the physical becomes the virtual, and you can, if you're drawing a picture, you can watch it come to life. If you're creating smoothies like we are today, you can watch the physical pieces become fruit for these cute little characters within the game. This specific game, though, you're going to get this box, which has a different box inside of it. This guy right here. So each box is unique to whatever the theme is, and so since this one is, athletics and math, we're going to be having a bunch of fun MVPs and trophies and medals, and you can write your child's name right here so they know every single time they play that they are the MVP of the day. What I really like about Osmo boxes is that they are organized. So I've taken most things out, but I'm just going to put them in real quick for you. You can see that everything stacks nice and neatly inside the box. So we have got 2 games. This is going to be for the Juice team. And then we have this lunchbox guy for Bento Box. On the interior flap right here, you're going to have a list of all of the products that you're going to need in order to access the game, which I've already gone over. The one thing I didn't mention was internet access, but if you're watching this live stream, I'm pretty sure that you have internet access. Now, if it's your first Math Wizard game that you're going to be getting, you can go right here to playosmo.com/getmath and set up an account for your child or your student and get started there. If it's not your first Math Wizard game, you already probably have made a visit to Mathmagica and can then start using this postcard to get you more access to these specific games. As far as the pieces go, everything stacks nice and neatly inside the box. So you're going to have this mixing board right here, which is our blender for Juice Team. And then it has everything nice and organized inside the boxes. You're gonna have blueberries, cherries, as well as limes and a little magical crystal. The thing I like the most about the Osmo games is that on the back, they really show you all of the pieces. So for me, somebody who's not the most organized, this type of structure keeps things nice and neat for me. Then for Bento Box, you're going to be using this as our lunch box. And again, on the back, it's going to have all different types of fruits and vegetables that we're going to be feeding to our athletes and the amount that are in there. So as you can see, we have got 2 carrots, but we've got 4 pears. You want to make sure every time that you unload and reload that you check this key right here to make sure everything is in order. I have worked with a lot of really messy children and I'm quite a messy adult myself, so this structure does help me a lot. So let's get going to Mathemagica, grab your postcard, and I will show you how we can use that to create a beautiful sky castle. Right this way, my friends. So, this is the sky castle. Whenever you start a Math Wizard game, if it's your first time, the only thing you're going to have access to is this center tower right here. What you need to do then is click on this blue and white map button, and it will take you into all of the different games options that you have. You see that some of mine are in purple and some of mine are in gray. The purple means that I've already downloaded them onto my Sky Castle, and the gray means that I still have places to go, which is exciting. Orange and blue are going to be the best colors for you and your child to keep their eye on. So what I want you to focus on is pushing Add Postcard. Now, Osmo games are great because they tell you like step by step what you need to be doing, and if your postcard is not in the right spot or your map's not in the right spot, the reflector won't pick it up. So you want to slide it just like it is in the picture. And if you haven't downloaded or accessed these 2 games already, then you'll be able to see the magic happen, but I already have had the magic happen. So then it will go down here, you'll see a little button that has a flashing orange fingerprint, and you could then put your rooms anywhere you want on the castle. You can also edit your space, like for example, if I wanted to move some of my pieces around, you can reconstructure your sky castle to be however you want. So customization is key and king when it comes to this, because every child is going to have a different idea of how they want their castle to be set up. And it's totally possible, which is fun. So the first game I want to take you to is in this more kind of like hall of records and trophies and medals, and that's going to be our Juice Team game. So you click on the star with the blue circle, and we get our board ready. For this one, we're going to be using the blender and have access to all of the fun fruit pieces, cherries, limes, and blueberries. We push play, and we get started. So in this game, we are going to be fueling up all different types of athletes in different types of sports to make sure that they are geared up for their big game. We're going to be focusing on using addition and critical thinking that will eventually lead into the fundamentals of multiplication. So as you can see, each piece is really straightforward. So when you have the limes, they're always going to be in sets of 1. When you have the cherries, they're always going to be in sets of 2. And with the blueberries, you're going to be in sets of 3. So we can start off by just adding 1 plus 2 plus 3, or 3 plus 3 plus 3. And eventually your child will start recognizing patterns, which can say, oh, if I have 4 sets of 3, that's going to be 12, so 4 times 3. This is a great, I think Juice Team is a little bit more of a strong introduction to the multiplication patterns than Bento Box, but both are going to be really fantastic. This one is just a lot more visual. So as you can see here, we have 4 different sports that your child can play. We start off with a trio of octopus who play soccer, Then you move on to a turtle baseball team, a giraffe basketball team. They're probably really good since they're so tall. And then we also have a fox relay race. I'll take you to our second level, which is going to be the turtles. You just tap on the button right there, and we are given this track which will show you the progress that your child makes. Every time there's a star, that means that we have not gotten to that level, and every time that the trophy is seated on the floor, means we haven't gotten that level either. So these are my players. I'm going to tap onto there, push play, and we'll get started. So each player in this round is going to be needing a different number that we need to reach on this map right here. So what's cool about this is you really can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or start using mental math and recognizing addition patterns. So for this guy, I have 7, 5, and 14. Those are my goals. I want to reach them all. I don't want to touch 17, which is going to be kind of like the kill card. If I reach 17, my team is not going to succeed. So let me show you. If I put down, let's say, 4 limes at the top, 4 limes right there, it shows me 1, 2, 3, 4 limes. I'm then able to take maybe, let's say, 1 more, put it at the bottom, and I've got my guy in the middle drinking exclusively lime juice, and that makes me get to the first goal on my list. Next, I realize, okay, I can either do 7 minus 5, and that's going to show me which number I need to find from my fruit, or I can do 5 plus what equals 7. I can then realize I can do either this guy, which is a double lime, or I can just do one block of cherry, which is always going to equal 2. So let me try cherry right there. You also want to make sure, see how I'm using a ton of space? It's not going to work every time, so you might need to restructure to get to the higher numbers just strictly because of space. So then what I can do is I realize I'm at 7. I know in my brain 7 plus 7 is 14, but if a child doesn't know that, you can always click on this orange button right here. This is going to be the hint button. Every time you use a hint, it takes 10 of the gems away, so you want to be careful not to use all of your gems, and it gives you an idea of what pieces could potentially get you to that next goal. So this is saying that I could use a double blueberry, which I know is 2 sets of 3, which is going to ultimately be 6. As again, I can count them individually, or I can do 3 plus 3, or 3 times 2. Whatever skill set your child's at, that's what they can do. And then it says I can use, okay, so I take their idea, I lock it into my head, and let me put down the blueberries and see where I get. All right, that means I'm 1 away from my goal. I want to show you the trickiest, most fun part is this piece right here. It is small, but it is mighty. This is a magic gem that I get to choose when I put it on what the value is. It can be anything from 1 to 5. So let's see. Ooh, it's going to be ice cubes. And since I know that I have 1 space left, I'm going to click on the 1. It's going to load, and now all 3 of my players are fueled up for their big baseball game, looking ready and fit as ever. And I love that each game is going to be different. So the first soccer game is nothing like this baseball game. Oh, bad hit, Johnny. That was bad. In this one, you want to make sure that when you tap, your number should be all the way into the green. See up there? Okay, so I hit it into the green. I want to get oh, poor pig. I hit a pig in the face with a home run. You know, you take the good, you take the bad. But this is a fun way for kids, I think, after they've used their brain power to really have just a relaxing, fun time that is still engaging, but not super overwhelming. All right, let's do one more. Come on, buddy. We won. Love to see it. Oh my gosh, and we got a trophy. Oh, that's really fun. So you can keep track of your progress there. If you want to switch up the aesthetics of things and customize your teammates, you can always go to this blue button right here with the uniform on it. So each character can have a different style. So you can change their shirt using the coins or the gems that you've won. You could change their shoes. You could change, their mask. So let's see. That's a cool look. And every character is going to be different. and you can totally make it your own, just like the Sky Castle. Customization is everything. So this is a fun way for kids to introduce themselves into recognizing addition patterns, using critical thinking as far as spatial awareness goes within the blender, and also, like I said, beginnings of multiplication can start here. It doesn't have to, but it can, which is a really great option to have. So I'm going to take us back now to our Sky Castle, where we're going to play the second game that comes with the Enchanted World games. That's going to be Bento Box. So we head back to our Sky Castle, and it is loading. Remember, if you have questions throughout, the chat is open, and we'd love to hear from you. So we were just in this locker room downstairs, and I'm going to walk us up into this, Hall of Fame moment right here. You can see with this really cute turtle who wants to play Bento Box. So I'm going to clear my board and replace it with the Bento Box board, the lunch box. Keep it nice and neat and organized. Then I replace it with this guy right here. And just like the other game, there's going to be a bunch of different sports that you have. So you can see that I haven't even unlocked the weightlifting or the high jump, but we can do swimming with a hippo. We can do archery with a turtle. We can do track and field with a fox. Whatever sport you want to be playing, they're all going to have a different mini game at the end, and it's all going to be super fun and cute. And this game is similar in that each of these different fruit pieces every single time are going to have a different value, and but they are going to maintain the same size. So sometimes a big watermelon can be almost the same as a tiny little apple. So let us play this one right here, and we are going to see what this athlete needs in order to achieve their goal of 17. At the bottom, these are their favorite fruits. We've got a banana that's worth 2 points, a carrot that's worth 2, the apple is worth 1, this tiny little grape piece is worth the most, it's worth 3, and this big corn piece is only worth 1. So that recognizing value is going to be really helpful for a child. So let's put down a couple of grapes because they're super refreshing, and let's keep it nice and organized. It's a bit like Tetris in that you want to make sure that your board is structured in a way that you can fit all the right pieces and keep the values the same. So it could take a little bit of trial and error, but it is also going to be really helpful moving forward to recognize just spatial awareness and patterns of what can fit, where it can fit, and what actually takes up space versus what actually has value. So we've got 9 right there, and I know that I would like 8 more, so let's see if I can fit a banana. Okay, so we've got a banana fitting in right there. I know I need 6 more, but I'm kind of running out of space. Technically right now, I know that I can do 2 more grapes because 3 times 2 is 6, or 3 plus 3 is 6. Again, it's just a nice introduction into that multiplication that we've got going on. But let's say your child is not sure about what the next step could be. We can always push the hint button, spend 10 gems for a hint, and this is going to show me an option of how I could set up the board or certain things that could go on here that I maybe didn't recognize. So they're telling me I can use a carrot and 3 apples as well as one of these. So let's see. So a carrot is worth 2. So I slide that in right there. And it looks like I need to get 4 more, and I won't be able to do it if I keep the carrot. So I'm just going to go with my original plan of grapes. We get to 17, the flag loads up, we fuel up our beautiful fox friend right here who is ready to run. And now this shows me the breakdown of what I added to the board. So 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 17. It's going to be a different combination every single time that you play the game. And with this, the fox is going to run, and every time you see a fruit floating in the air, or a Zorb rolling on the floor, you want to jump by tapping on him. We did it. Oh, nice. So I got 2 grapes right there. It gave me a boost. I really want to beat this raccoon. Oh, no, I'm running behind. I'm falling behind. Jump. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was a mistake, Johnny. Come on. Oh, give me a grape. Ready and jump. Please, 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 please. I haven't gotten the banana yet, but these Zorbs really took me. Oh, there's the banana. Oh boy. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think I'm gonna win this race. The crowd is gonna go so wild. Yes! Oh my gosh. And so then we get all of those gems, and similar to the other game, oh, and you win a Master Medal. See, even as an adult, these games are really genuinely fun. So here you can customize what you're interested in. The Wiz will teach you all about what you can buy. Wiz is super helpful throughout the game. He'll pop up anytime something new shows up, so you never really are in the dark. The hints really help. Wiz really helps. And so, as he said, powers help you win, clothes make you look great. And we want to do all those things. So let's see, I can buy him. This carrot is speaking to me. I'm gonna put it in the bag, and that's gonna give him a little power up and just boost to run his little heart out. All right, my friends. So with that, I'm gonna take us back to the Sky Castle. If you have questions, please feel free to keep asking in the chat. If you're interested in these games, you can totally check out playosmo.com or amazon.com. This Math Wizard series is a really great way to introduce kids in a fun way to addition, multiplication, subtraction, just general counting. It's all here. And as I said, it's really fun. If you just witnessed me playing, a track and field game with a fox, it's a blast. So feel free to check it out. I hope you have an amazing day, and keep practicing.